that we would follow step by step if we are to implement a test that will run automatically, right? But in the case of manual, we would just manually actually perform this action, right? So manually check the count of the items in the bag, right? Compare manually with the discount counts. Check if the discount is given when it matches. Then see all other activities that could be buggy, etc., etc. So this we will perform this manually. Why this? We will just write a script and click on a button that would execute that script. Okay. So difference between manual testing and automation testing. Okay. So in automation testing uses automation tools to execute test cases, right? So in automation tests, while writing automation test, you implement your scripts, not only your scripts, you can also use different automation tools. For example, these days in front-end development, we have different automation libraries. Things like we have Selenium, we have Playwrights for end-to-end testing. We have Jest for testing front end. We can also use Jest to actually implement unit test for backend too, right? So these are different automation tools, okay? While in manual software testing, test cases are executed by a human tester and software. Now, of course, before the end of this session, I would show you guys an example of a manually implemented test scripts, right? Or test cases, right? And I will also show you what an automated test script look like. Okay, I will show you guys these two different types of testing scripts. Okay, then automated testing is significantly faster than manual approach, of course, because we write a test script that we get to execute, right? And this test script we actually run in websites and test against a particular requirement or criteria. Why manual testing is time consuming and takes up human resources. In manual testing, you go through the software step by step, page by page, right? Screen by screen, making sure that the functionalities are working and functioning as expected, right? Now, automation does not allow random testing, okay? Automation does not allow random testing. What that means is, if you are implementing a script, the script will only run against the requirement that you are testing. It will run against the requirement that you are testing. While in manual software testing, you can do exploratory testing. I can be testing the account feature, and within the account feature, something might take me to, I might just click on the checkout feature and just randomly test it while testing account feature, right? It doesn't work, but in automation, it doesn't work that way. In automation, if you are writing script for account feature, the script will strictly run against the account features. If you're writing script for checkout features, the script will strictly run against the checkout features. Okay. So the initial investment in automated testing is higher, though the return of investment, the ROI, is better in the long run, of course. While in manual testing, the initial investment in the manual testing is comparatively lower, but the return of investment is lower compared to automation testing in the long run. So what that means is, for automation testing, right, for you to be able to employ developers that have the programming knowledge to write test scripts for your application, depending on the programming language that you actually use to build the application, right? And then for you to actually purchase testing tools too that you would use for testing tools that are not free. Some of them are open source, but some are not. You would have to purchase testing tools like Playwright. I know you would have to purchase. So the initial investment is actually cost intensive, right? But in the long run, the return of the return of investment is better in the sense that once you purchase it at that particular time, you would actually use that script for as long, those tools for as long as you can, right? You use it for as long as you can. And of course, these tests are tests that would run automatically, right? While in the case of manual, you would have to pay for a manual software tester that would continuously test your application all day, all day long. As a matter of fact, you are supposed to employ a manual software tester that will do this for a long time. Okay. But in the case of automated, it's possible that you just hire a tester that will write the script on contracts, pay the tester, and once the tester is done writing the script, that would be all. So even if that tester is no longer working for you, that script will still be running, right? Continuously until maybe you tweak or change the functionality of that particular feature that the test was written against. Then you have to tweak and also change the test too. Then reliability. Automated testing is a reliable method, right? As it is performed by tools and scripts. There is no testing fatigue at all. Because once you write your script and you implement or configure your tools, this would run for as long and as much as you want, right? Because these are automated scripts running in your computer, right? So there is no way that you would say this script run and the script stopped running because of it's tired. It doesn't happen that way. Or the script stopped running because of it's bored. It doesn't happen that way. But in the case of manual software testing, it's not really as accurate, right? Because in manual software testing, the manual software tester might actually have his or her own bias, right? Where it's possible that a tester finished testing a particular application and the tester recorded a bug. But once that report is sent back to the developer might say, no, that's not a bug, it's a functionality. And here is why it's a functionality. So human bias comes in manual software testing. And of course, human error is also highly possible too, right? So it's possible that the tester might not thoroughly test a particular feature. The tester might just quickly test it and move on. Meanwhile, someone else might come and thoroughly test it and will break the feature, right? So for even a trivial change in the UI of the UAT, this is supposed to be UAT, of the UAT, automated test script need to be modified to work as expected, right? So like I said, automated test script would run as long as it is testing the application against its requirements or criteria, right? But once there is a tweak or change in that feature that it is being tested against, then the test would also need to be modified to work as expected. UAT means user acceptance test. We will still come to that in the future, but what it means is user acceptance test, right? Okay. Then but small changes like changing ID, case, etc, class, etc, of a button wouldn't thwart the execution of manual testing, right? So, but for the case of manual testing, whenever you implement a small change, it wouldn't really change the way the manual tester is actually testing the application. Okay, unless maybe when you add an extra feature, that would mean the tester would test an additional feature. But a change or a tweak in existing feature wouldn't necessarily change the way the tester is actually executing the test manually. So investment is required for testing tools as well as automation engineers, right? While for manual testing, investment is needed for human resources or human testers or manual software testers. Cost effective, no cost effective for low volume, not cost effective for low volume regression, not cost effective for high volume for high for high volume regression.